Welcome back to another episode of Silent Pals Go to the Movies. This is another Throwback Thursday review, and today I'll be reviewing The Basketball Diaries. And just fair warning, there's going to be spoilers up ahead, so you've been warned. A teenager finds his dreams of becoming a basketball star threatened after he free falls into the harrowing world of drug addictions. So let's begin with my first pro. This movie is based on the novel by the same name by Jim Carroll, which I read in school, but I think now it might be banned, like how Catcher in the Rye was banned before, back in the day. Also, like the book, this movie had some things follow it, like being accused of the school shootings after the Heath High School shooting incident and kids using drugs, and normal things like this book is full of evil talk. But what I recall from when I read the book, I was like, wow, a teenager wrote this book at that age and he is talking to us about his life and the drugs. And by the end, I was like, yep, drugs are not good. But I'm glad that Jim made it out, and then I went to listen to his music. But when we read the book, I believe our teacher went against the school, gave us the option to read the book outside of class on our own. And he would still give us credit for reading on our own. So we did. Kids were like, remember that book we read? Now a movie. I went back to that school and spoke to the teacher, and since I knew he saw the movie, I asked if I should go watch it. He said, up to you, but remember, novels made into movies always pay the toll. I went to watch it, and yep, it paid a toll. But still, I got to admit, since the movie came out, there was so much talk about the book, and people went seeking the book to compare it, even with all that negative press about it being evil. So I will give it a pro, because it got more attention and had more people read about this and come to know Jim Carroll. Next pro. Leonardo here does a good job and is the right age to play Jim. He does a good job with his early years and also his later years. I gotta say, if I never read the book or knew about the book, I would be like, this film is one, based on real events, but if you read the book, just remember, it had to pay a toll. But still, Leonardo and the rest of the cast, Mark Wahlberg, James Matteo, Patrick McGaw, and even Bruce Kirby, all did a great job in their acting. If you don't include the book, because these characters are not really in the book if I recall correctly. They're loosely based on the characters from the book. Next pro. Seeing Jim Carroll in the scene with Leonardo, back when I saw it, I did not know it was him till I rewatched it after the Titanic movie came out, since that's when Leonardo took off and people were talking about him. Even the rental places had his old films in front and center of the store. So someone from the store told me Jim Carroll was in the film and even told me what part. So naturally, since I had read the book, I got interested and I rented it and I rewatched it. So this was like watching a Marvel movie and watching Stan Lee's cameo, but this is before the Marvel films. And now on to my cons. So like I said, the toll was paid. So if you read the book, it won't be 1-to-1, but I would say watch it. You will find something you like, but you will also not like how they misquoted some parts of the book. You won't like that fans who didn't read the book keep quoting them as if it was in the book. For example, when Leo in the movie says, did I ever tell you about the first time I did heroin? In the book, Jim says, I never did write about the time I took the first shot of heroin. It does read different, but I guess how the movie showed it was more impactful to teenagers than the book, since he does say in the book heroin came first before he tried weed due to his misunderstanding about how drugs were addictive. But the movie makes it seem that weed came first, then heroin, because it's more impactful as a downfall. But yeah, some things from the book are not really in the film. Like in the book, he talks about his father, but in the movie, we never see his father, we only see his mother. And since a single mother is more impactful and sells more tickets, that's the route the movie went. Next con. I would have liked it if they showed the real Jim at the end of the movie in real pictures or in a band, but I guess back in the 90s, films still did not have the ending credit scenes or the bonus extras like films do now. But they did have some information at the end, before the credits, about Jim and how his life went. It was okay, but now we would have liked a picture or more information, or even some of his friends and what they think about him. But like I said, the names in the film are not exactly the same as in the book, so these friends would be misplaced. Next con. With no further information, the film makes it seem like Jim went from age 14 to 22 doing drugs, when he actually went from 12, maybe 13, to 17, then wrote the book. By the age of 22, he had his music career and he was on his own. Not a big con, since I guess they don't want to glorify the drug addiction, but I think that was necessary to point out, since Jim has made other books and he's well known for his music, his poetry, and other things, since this film is basically about him and his life. So my grade for this movie is going to be a 7 out of 10. This film, since it's based on a novel about drug use, it's up there with Go Ask Alice, with an asterisk, because we all know that that's not based on real facts, or Beautiful Boy, a father's journey through his son's addiction, and the other side of the coin from his son, Tweak, growing up on methamphetamine and more. The film brings viewers that haven't read the book into Jim's world and sees it from his point of view till it's too late. The only thing is that fans that read the book who see this film won't like it because they might want to see the book on the screen, but that will never happen. Still, the movie is a great film to watch if you haven't read the book, but if you have read the book, then you need to not expect much from the film, but enjoy it and also enjoy the Jim Carroll cameo. Also, don't take this as a traditional learning material after the book, or if you're a teacher, do not ask your students to watch this film. So that does it for this review of The Basketball Basketball Diaries. Please join us next time where we're going to review Little Shop of Horrors from 1986.
Every household in America. That's what you had in mind all along, isn't it?
No shit, Sherlock.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. You can find our social media links below. And like always, keep watching movies.